In the first video of this set, we found out what the various external ports were on our computers. In this video, we will focus on the internal connections of the motherboard and the internal components that connect to it. The processor or CPU sits here. Most people think of it as the brains of the computer. It handles all the tasks sent to it from anywhere on the motherboard. It also controls the speed of your computer. The busier it gets, the slower your computer will run. Processors come in many sizes and speeds. Some may have pins and some may not. The pinout or socket type determines what type of motherboard it can be used in. These processors can get hot very quickly. They are hidden under a large heatsink that usually has a fan attached to it. The processor gets help from the chipset controller, which regulates the traffic on the board between your devices and the processor. These are the slots where your memory modules, or RAM, goes. The RAM in your computer holds information temporarily for the processor to use until it is saved elsewhere. The more RAM you have, the more efficiently the processor will work. RAM also comes in different slot types and speeds. The motherboard type usually determines which RAM modules will work with the processor. RAM modules are keyed to fit into the slots. One side of pins is slightly longer than the other. The motherboard also determines the maximum amount of RAM that can be used. These are where your drives are attached. Both hard drives as well as DVD drives can be attached in these locations. Drives typically come in two flavors: PATA, which used to be called IDE, or the other type, which is called SATA. Their main difference is the connectors they use. This picture shows both types of hard drives. Hard drives are what store your data and program files. PATA or IDE drives use 40-pin data cables and can daisy chain two drives to one motherboard connection. They also have jumpers to set as primary and secondary. They use older 4-pin Molex power connectors. SATA drives do not daisy chain, which makes them quicker, and have L-shaped connectors. Even laptop hard drives use these same connections. The newer solid-state drives all use SATA connections. Hard drives usually come in either 5400 RPM or 7200 RPM speeds. Motherboards also provide slots for add-in cards to expand your computer's capabilities. This blue slot is a PCI Express slot, which is used typically for newer video cards. The two black slots are older PCI slots, which are being phased out. Separate video cards are always better than the video built into the motherboard. They have their own processor and memory, which helps to speed up the computer. Video cards come in different slot types. The most common are AGP, which is older, and PCI Express. SLI, a newer interface, allows you to daisy chain two PCI Express cards together. And these cards may have two different connection types on the same card. This particular video card has 3 connections available. These ports are where you plug in your monitor, projector, and even some TVs. This is an older S-video port, which was analog. This 15-pin VGA port, which is also analog, is the most common found on computers and monitors. Because of the enhanced signal, the 24-pin DVI port is fast replacing the VGA. Most newer monitors have both ports, but the DVI is a better signal. DVD drives, Blu-ray drives, and CD drives are all the same dimensions. The main difference is the amount of data they store. They all write to layers of die on the disks. Blu-ray discs can hold up to 25 gigabytes of data per layer. DVD discs hold about 4.7 gigabytes per layer or 150 minutes of video. CD discs hold 700 megabytes or 80 minutes of video or audio. These drives connect the same way as hard drives using PATA or SATA connections. Remember where we plugged the power plug in? All components of the computer draw a little power. That's the job of the power supply. Power supplies are rated on watts. The higher the wattage, the more devices you can connect. 2 connections go to the motherboard. A 20 or 24 pin connector and a 4 or 8 pin connector. These typically plug in right around these locations. The rest can be attached to the other internal components. That concludes this series of the New User's Guide to Computers. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video.